Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel Future I. Dear students, I am here with another model question paper of Chamarajanagar district. As soon as I see this question paper, I felt that compared to this question paper to other district model question papers, this question paper has been made in standard way. Hence, definitely this question paper helps you for your upcoming examination. Hence, kindly note down these questions and practice very well. So before going to start today's session, there is a request from my side. Still, if you have not subscribed to my channel, kindly subscribe and share the videos. Now let's see the questions, children. The very first question is a1x plus b1y plus c1 equals to 0 and a2x plus b2y plus c2 equals to 0. Pair of linear equation which forms intersecting lines. This is very important, children. Then the ratio of their coefficient is. Very simple problem. Here they have given two equations, general form, and they clearly said that these two lines are intersecting. Intersecting means it has unique solution. Therefore, for this question, right option is option A. A1 by A2 is not equals to B1 by B2. Let's take another question. By solving a pair of linear equations, 2x plus y equals to 7 and x minus y equals to minus 1, the value of x and y are. Children, here there are given two equations and asking to find the values of x and y. So you have to go through elimination method. So as you follow this method, plus y and minus y get cancelled. 2x plus x is 3x and 7 minus 1 is 6. So as you simplify this, we get x value is 2. When x is 2, y value has to be 3. Therefore, for this question, the right answer is option D. Question number 3. Roots of the equation, quadratic equation x square minus 4x plus 4 equals to 0 are. For this problem, we need to find roots, in the sense solution. As you know that every quadratic equation have two roots. So here, to find the answer, we have to split the middle term, children. So split the middle term by taking a suitable factors and simplify, and then we get answer is 2, 2. For this question, option C is right, 2, 2. Next, let us take fourth question, children. 2x minus 3y equals to minus 1 and x is equals to 4. Then the value of y is. Very simple question. One equation is given that contains x and y variables. So x value is given 4. So in this equation, substitute x value, that is 4, and simplify. You will get the answer of y, that is 3. So for this question, correct answer is option B. Question number 5. The nth term of an arithmetic progression is given by an is equals to 4 minus 3n. This is nth term. Then the common difference, we need to find the value of d. So actually, to find the value of d, we need arithmetic progression. Minimum 3 terms we need it. So what do you do for this problem? So here they have given nth term. So in the place of n, substitute 1 and get a1 value. Similarly, substitute 2 and get a2 value. So now you will be having a1 and a2 value. In a2 you subtract the a, that gives the answer minus 3. So hence for this question, the right answer is option B, that is minus 3. Question number 6. There are 4 terms in an AP in which sum of the first and the last term is 13. Very important statement it is. Sum of first and last term is 13. And the product of middle term is 40. This is also very important. Then the terms of the given AP is. So 4 APs are given here. You check it out which satisfies these two conditions. Sum of first and last term should be 13. So you check for option B, children. So first and last term is 2 and 11. So 2 plus 11 is 13. And the middle term product, you check it. Product in the sense you wanted to multiply. So 5 8s are 40. So option B is satisfying these two conditions. Hence option B is right for this. So in case if you wanted to solve this problem in a proper way, means you wanted to use 4 consecutive terms. So in that case, in my arithmetic progression multiple choice question video, I clearly explained that 4 terms you wanted to take it as a minus 3d, a minus d, a plus d, a plus 3d. So these terms you wanted to take and simplify, that gives the answer. Next, let us move on to the question number 7, children. The sum of first n terms of arithmetic progression is given by Sn is equals to 2n square plus n. Then the AP is, understand the problem what they have given. Sum of n term of arithmetic progression is given. We need to form AP. So what you wanted to do, many things you wanted to do here, children. First, to find S1 by substituting in the place of n1, find S1. Next, substitute in the place of n2, get S2, and keep it in the mind. S1 means a value, S2 means a1 plus a2. So from that again you wanted to find a2. So in a2 subtract the a, you will get d. Now you will be having a and d values. So from that we can form an arithmetic progression. So that is option D is right. So 3, 7, 11, 15. So this kind of problem they asked in model question paper. So if you go through the model question paper video, easily you will come to know that how to solve this problem. Next, question number 8. The sum of first 10 natural numbers is, natural numbers sum you wanted to find. So whenever they asked a natural number sum, directly you can use the formula n into n plus 1 by 2. So use that formula, simplify, you will get answer, that is 55. So in the place of n, what do you substitute? 10, because you are finding the sum of 10 natural numbers. So 10 into 10 plus 1 is 11. So 10 into 11 by 2. So if you simplify, you will get it that 5 into 11. So 11 5 is 55. Question number 9. In an AP, first term and common difference are 5 and 3. So 5 is the first term, D is the common difference. We need to find the 20th term. So how do you find? So 20th term we can write it as A plus 19D. Substitute A value and D value and it gives the 20th term is 62. Hence option A is right for this question. Let's take another question. The discriminant of quadratic equation 2x square minus 5x plus 3 equals to 0. Direct question, children. So standard form of quadratic equation, quadratic equation problem is given and it is already in a standard form. We need to find discriminant. So what would be discriminant finding formula? That is b square minus 4ac. So substitute values of a, that is 2, b values minus 5 and c values 3. So it gives our answer 1, means option C is right for this question. Let's take another question. So it repeated in number of model question paper, children. The roots of quadratic equation ax square plus bx plus c equals to 0, means quadratic equation formula you wanted to write, children. Can you guess what it is? That is option D. X square is equals to minus b plus or minus root b square minus 4ac by 2a. So this is the right answer for question number 11. Next, let us move on to the question number 12. The length of a rectangle is very important. Understand properly. Length of rectangle is twice of its breadth. So length is 2 times of breadth. Breadth we don't know. Breadth you take it as x. Then length will be 2x. If its area is 50 square units, which area? Square area is 50, rectangle, not square, children, rectangle. So breadth you have taken x, length is 2x. So area of rectangle is 50 square units. So which formula you will use? L into B is equals to A. So L value is how much? 2x. Breadth value is how much? X is equals to 50. So 2x into x is 2x square. Next, to transfer to the right side, we get x square is equals to 25. Square transfer, we get root. So x is equals to plus or minus 5. So x we have taken it as breadth. So breadth cannot be negative. Hence breadth has become 5 units. Hence, length will be 2 times of 5, that is 10 units. But look at the thing what they are asking. First they have asked length and then they have asked breadth. So length we have got 10, breadth we have got 5. Hence the correct option for this is option C. In case if they have asked here in the place of length, if they asked as breadth, and in the place of breadth if they would have asked like length, means your answer will be 5 units and option A will be correct in that case, 5 units and 10 units. So you have to be very careful in these kind of the things, children. So question number 13. Which of the following is a quadratic equation? This kind of problems also we have solved. See the first one. X plus 1 whole square equals to 3x. So x plus 1 whole square is there. I mean this. It is in the form of a plus b whole square. So it gives x square. Means in a quadratic equation, x square should be there. Highest degree should be 2. So in option A itself will get that. Hence for this question the right answer is option A. So in option B, you know what happens. So here in the right hand side x plus 1 whole square there. Here also will get x square. So right hand side x square and left hand side x square will get cancelled. Hence B is wrong. So in option C there is no highest power 2. Hence it is not at all quadratic equation. If you simplify this left hand side, you will get x cube. Hence the fourth equation will become cubic equations, not a quadratic equations. Hence for this question the right answer is option A, that is x plus 1 whole square equals to 3x. Question number 14. Which of the following standard trigonometric angles are not defined? If you know the specific angle table, you can easily answer for this. Cot 90 degree we have answer, sin 90 degree we have, cos 90 degree also we have, but tan 90 degree we don't have. For tan 90 degree it's not defined. Therefore for this question the right answer is D, tan 90 degree. Next question number 15, children. Sin theta is equals to 12 by 13. So sin theta is 12 by 13 means perpendicular is 12, hypotenuse is 13. In other words, opposite side is 12, hypotenuse is 13. We need to find the value of tan theta. So to find tan theta, what you wanted to do? Perpendicular given, hypotenuse is given, find base. Okay, base you will get 5. So tan ratio is perpendicular divided by base, adjacent divided by opposite side by adjacent. Hence for this the right answer is 12 by 5. Option C is correct answer. Next let us take question number 16, and this question, same kind of the questions we have seen in model question paper. So very important and little complicated one. The sin alpha minus beta is equals to 1 by 2 and cos alpha plus beta is equals to 1 by 2, where alpha plus beta is less than 90 degree, then the value of alpha and beta. Understand the things clearly, children. First take this equation. So sin alpha minus beta equals to 1 by 2. So here left hand side, in the left hand side sin is there. So therefore what you will do, no, so the right hand side part, this 1 by 2 is the right, that also you express in the term of sin. So sin, which angle is 1 by 2? That is sin 30 degree. Now both the side sines will get cancelled. So we get it only alpha minus beta is equals to 30 degree. That you call it as equation number 1. Now similarly come to this equation. So cos alpha plus beta equals to 1 by 2. So 1 by 2 you express it in cos form. So cos 60 degree is 1 by 2, isn't it? So now cos and cos will get cancelled. So alpha plus beta is equals to 60 degree. Now this you call it as equation number 2. Now solve both the equations by using elimination method. So that gives our answer option B, that is 45 degree and 15 degree. So important problem. Question number 17, children. The value of sin square 48 degree plus sin square 42 degree. So which concept do you use to solve this problem, children? So here the angles of 48 degree and 42 degree, these are not specified angles, hence trigonometric specific angle values you cannot substitute. So therefore you wanted to use complementary angle concept. So you convert any one term into cos square. Either sin square 48 degree you can convert, or sin square 42 degree you can convert. But here what I am doing, so second term I am converting. So sin square 42 degree. So what is the complementary angle of 42 degree? That is 48 degree. Hence sin square 90 degree minus 48 degree I can write. So later on that I can replace by cos square 48 degree. It means in this second term place you will get cos square 48 degree. Now sin square 48 degree plus cos square 48 degree. So now you have to use trigonometric identities first condition, first identity. Sin square theta plus cos square theta is equals to 1. Here you will be having sin square 48 degree plus cos square 48 degree. So that exactly gives our answer is option A, that is 1. Next, let us take another question. A man observes a car from the top of building of height 50 meter. It means there is a building, its height is 50 meter. So from the top a man is observing a car. If the angle of depression is 45 degree, so here angle of depression is given, that is 45 degree, then the distance between the car and foot of the building is. So same kind of the problem we have done it in other model question paper, children, but there they have clearly mentioned that angle of elevation, but here they have given angle of depression. So you have to draw the same figure, but you have to draw one horizontal line just above the tip of the triangle, and that gives angle of depression is equals to angle of elevation, means angle of elevation, angle measurement also 45 degree. So next, height of the building is given, that is 50 meter, and angle of elevation will be 45 degree itself. You wanted to find the distance, so you have to use your tan ratio, perpendicular by base, otherwise opposite side by adjacent side. So another thing also I said it, whenever angle of elevation is 45 degree and when height is given and asked to find the distance, otherwise distance given and asked to find the height, both will be same for tan 45 degree. So that concept also you can be used without solving the problem. Directly you can go for this kind of the questions. So because tan 45 degree will be there, so here the height of the building is 45 degree, hence the distance from the foot of the building to the car also will be 50 meter only, hence the correct option is D. Let us move on to the question number 19. The coordinates of the point P x comma y, which divides the line segment joining the points A x1 y1 and B x2 y2 in the ratio m is to m2 is. So very important thing here is, children, so the point which is dividing the line segment is not midpoint, hence you wanted to write section formula only. So what is the section formula in these four options? That is option C, m1 x2 plus m2 x1 by m1 plus m2, m1 y2 plus m2 y1 by m1 plus m2. So here you wanted to remember another formula also, in case when a point is midpoint. So otherwise when the point is dividing a line segment in the equal ratio, in that case you wanted to use the formula x comma y is equals to x2 plus x1 by 2 comma y2 plus y1 by 2. So for question number 19, the right answer is option C. Question number 20, distance of a point 6 comma 8 from the origin. So this kind of question also repeated, children. So we wanted to find distance of a point of the coordinate 6 comma 8 from the origin. So we have a formula that is root x square plus y square, and I wanted to convey you another thing here. Whenever you are finding distance of a point from the origin, in that case what coordinates given? See here the given coordinates are 6 comma 8. Find square of these numbers and do the root for that. So 6 square means 36, 8 square means 64. 36 plus 64 is 100. Root 100 means that is 10 units. Therefore here the right answer is 10 units. Always don't use the formula, just use sometimes your common sense also to save your time in the examination hall. So next go for Another question, question number 21. If midpoint of, see here they are talking about midpoint children. If midpoint of line joining the coordinates of point A2, -5 and Bx, y is origin, means midpoint is the origin, hence midpoint coordinates will be what? 0, 0. Then coordinates of Bx, y is what? So which formula you will use now? They clearly said they are talking about the midpoint, hence you wanted to use the formula x, y is equals to x2 plus x1 by 2, y2 plus y1 by 2. So and substitute the formulas in that value and you will get the answer, that is option B, -2, 5. So option B is right one for this question. The distance of the point A 4, -5 from x-axis. So such a easy question, but everybody will commit the mistakes. So I said it in my earlier videos. So whenever they have asked x-axis, I mean distance from x-axis, in that case I said to write the y coordinate value. Your y coordinate is -5. Hence obviously what you will do? You will go for option D, -5 units. That is wrong. Distance cannot be negative. Use the common sense. Hence the right answer is option C, 5 units. So next question number 23. In the following distribution table, the class interval which containing median is. So I already told you, and same kind of the questions they have asked in model question paper also. So to find median class, the very important thing is you wanted to find the cumulative frequencies. Another column you wanted to find third column, and you know that how to find the cumulative frequencies. After finding the cumulative frequency, you wanted to add all these frequencies. As you add all these frequencies, you will get that 10. No children, you will get 15. So 2 plus 3 is 5, 5 plus 5 is a 10, 10 plus 5 is 15. So 15 you will get. So 15 divided by 2, you will get that 7.5. So 7.5, you check it in the cumulative frequency where it lies. So it lies in 20 to 30 class interval. In this it will lies. I mean in this column you have to put the box and then write the suitable class interval. So the class interval is 20 to 30. I repeat again children, find the cumulative frequency and later on add frequency column, you will get 15. So 15 divided by 2, you will get 7.5. 7.5 lies in third class interval, that is 20 to 30. Therefore the right option is B, 20 to 30. Let's move on to another one. 24th, the mean of the following distribution table is. See here what they have done is, X column they have only given, X column they have given 10, 20, 30, 40, that is X column. F they have only given 2, 3, 4, 1. So X they have given, X they have given, you find Fx. So Fx means you wanted to multiply these two children. So 10 2s are 20. So 23s are 60. So 34s are 120. 41s are 40. Just like that. So what answers you will get? You must add all the answers, and those answers you have to divide by sum of the frequencies. 2 plus 3 is a 5, and 5 plus 4 is a 9, 9 plus 1 is a 10. So what answer you will get? So that answer you wanted to divide by 10. So actually you will get 240. So 240 divided by 10, you will get 24. Hence the right option is option D, 24. Next, let us move on to question number 25. The mean and median of the scores are 30 and 32 respectively. It means mean here is 30, median is 32. What we wanted to find? We wanted to find that mod. So three central tendencies are repeating. The measures of central tendencies, mean, mod and median. So you have to use empirical formula, that is 3 median is equals to mod plus 2 mean. Use the formula and put these values in that formula and simplify. You will get the answer is 36. Option D is right. Next, take the another question. In the given figure, angle ABC equals to 90 degree. BD is perpendicular to AC. AC is 9 centimeter and AD is 4 centimeter, then the length of AB. Children, it is not such a easy problem. You will be in confusion. So here you wanted to use theorem 2.6 you wanted to use, children. There is a statement: if a perpendicular is drawn from the vertex of right angle of a right triangle to the hypotenuse, then the triangle on both sides of the perpendicular are similar to the whole triangle and to each other. That theorem concept you wanted to use. And here to solve this problem, we have to compare the main triangle. So main triangle means ABC and as well as this one. So only this ADB triangle. So these two triangles you consider and write the ratio like this, children. Why I have considered these two triangles only? See the values what are they given and see the which value you need to find. So hence you wanted to compare the triangles ABC, that is the main triangle, and other triangle is ADB. So after taking these two triangles, write the ratio like this: AB by AD equals to AC by AB. Again I'll repeat, children. AB by AD equals to AC by AB. Substitute the values and simplify. You will get the right answer, that is option B, 6 centimeter. Next, let us move on to another question, children. So which of the following set of numbers forms a right angle triangle? So here 5, 13, 15, it doesn't form. So B is 10 centimeter, 12 centimeter, 13 centimeter. It is also doesn't form right angle triangle. So option C forms. So 7 square means 49, 24 square means 576. So 49 plus 576 is 625. So 25 square means 625. So hence C forms a right angle triangle. So definitely 1 or 2 questions will be there on Pythagorean triplets, so that you learn very well. So question number 28, triangle LMN similar to XYZ and the ratio of their perimeters is 9:4. So very good question. So this question I have explained in triangles multiple choice question video, children. You go through that video, so that definitely helps to solve the multiple choice questions of triangle chapter. And we need to find here the ratio of their areas. Keep it in the mind, you never studied this statement. Actually the statement what we studied is the ratio of areas of two similar triangle is directly proportional to squares of their corresponding sides, isn't it? We never studied about perimeters, but keep it in the mind. I repeat here again, the ratios of areas of two similar triangles is directly proportional to squares of their corresponding sides, or squares of their corresponding medians, or squares of their corresponding altitudes, or squares of their perimeters. Keep it in the mind. It will be equal to squares of perimeter also. It means area of two similar triangles will be equal to squares of their perimeters. So perimeter is given or not? So what is the perimeter ratio here? That is 9:4. So make a square of 9. So that is 81. Make a square of 4. That is 16. Therefore, for this question, the right answer is option C, 81:16. So question number 28 is over. Let's take question number 29 now. In triangle ABC, DE is parallel to BC. Means DE is here and BC is here. These two are parallel. You wanted to use BPT concept, but which one you will use? So direct BPT concept or else corollary of BPT. So AB is given. So this full length, this AB length here, AB length is given. So AB length is how much? 6 centimeter. Next AD length given. So this length is given. So that is 4 centimeter. So AB by AD is given. So you wanted to use corollary of BPT. And later on what you wanted to do is AE is given. See, this is given. AE is given 6 centimeter. But they are asking to find EC. But EC you cannot find by using, corollary of BPT. By using corollary of BPT, you can find AC. Yes, exactly. You wanted to find first AC. What you wanted to find first? AC you can find. So AC, how much you will get? AC you will get it that 9 centimeter. But AE is given. A is how much? So that is 6 centimeter. In 9 centimeter, if you subtract the 6 centimeter, we will get that EC, that equals to 3 centimeter. Hence, for this question, the right option is option A, 3 centimeter. Next, let us take another question. In a triangle, square of one side is equal to the sum of squares of other two sides. Then the angle between these two sides is. So can you guess which theorem you wanted to use to solve this? That is converse of Pythagoras theorem. So therefore the right option is option B, right angle. The number of tangents drawn to a circle from a point inside it. See, point is not external, point is internal. Inside the circle there is a point. So from inside point you cannot be drawn any tangent to a circle, and 0 tangents can be drawn. I repeat few statements here, children. When a point is external, 2 tangents can be drawn. When a point is on the circle, 1 tangent can be drawn. When a point is inside the circle, no tangent can be drawn. So 0 tangents. Next, question number 32. The distance between centers of externally touching circles. Nice question. So here circles are touching externally. The radii of circles are 4 cm and 2 cm. What we wanted to find, the distance between the centers of these two circles. Keep it in the mind, same kind of the questions I have explained in circle chapter. When circles are touching externally, you wanted to add the radii. So here you wanted to add this 4 to this 2, you will get 6 cm. Hence option A is 6 cm. That is right. So here I wanted to convey one more thing. Here circles are touching externally, hence we have added radii. In case if circles are touching internally, you want to subtract the radii. So in that case you wanted to subtract 4 minus 2, so you'll get 2. So for this question the right answer is option A, 6 cm. Next, let us see another problem, children. In the figure, O is center of the circle. Okay, so AB is chord. AB is chord. Where is AB? See, AB is here. So AB is chord and OP is perpendicular to AB. So this is the OP, children. So it is perpendicular to chord. And radius is 5 cm. So radius is which one, children? OB. This. OB is 5 cm. And OP is how much? This is only the OP. OP is 3 cm. Then we need to find the length of the chord AB. So this length we wanted to find. So here you wanted to use 9th standard one theorem concept. If a perpendicular drawn from center of a circle to chord bisects the chord, means this AB is divided into 2 equal parts, AP and BP, and these two will be equal in the length. Now which concept you will use, children? So this OPB is right angle triangle, isn't it? So AB means OP is perpendicular to AB. Radius is given, children, means OB is given 5 cm. OP is perpendicular, that is 3 cm. So Pythagorean triplets again you wanted to use. So PB value, how much you will get? This is PB. First we wanted to find PB value. Without finding PB value, you cannot find AB value. So PB value will be 4 cm. Because OPB is right angle triangle, hypotenuse is 5 cm, perpendicular is 3 cm, then base has to be 4 cm. So if PB is 4 cm, then this AP also 4 cm. So 4 plus 4 is 8. Otherwise 2 times of 4 is 8. So option B is right for this question. Next, let us move on to the another question, children. The sides of a given triangle 4 cm, 5 cm and 6 cm, and the corresponding sides of other triangle which is similar to given triangle are 6 cm, 7.5 cm and 9 cm. Means which triangle you will construct first? So first you wanted to construct that 4 cm, 5 cm and 6 cm triangle. So on the basis of these measurements, we wanted to construct another triangle that is 6 cm, 7.5 cm and 9 cm. Then the ratio of their corresponding sides is, how will you find? So which triangle we constructed later on? So that is this triangle, isn't it? This, on the basis of this measurement, we constructed similar triangle. So now what you wanted to find is compare these ratios. 6 cm by 4 cm. What is the ratio? That is 3 by 2. So similarly 7.5 cm and 5 cm. What is the ratio? Again 3 by 2. So again 9 cm divided by 6 cm. What is the ratio? Again 3 by 2. Hence here the right option is option D, 3 by 2. Next, let us move on to the another question. At a certain time, a tree of 8 meter high cast a shadow of length 6 meter. Height of the tree is 8 meter, its shadow is 6 meter. At the same time, the length of the shadow of the building is 60 meter. So use suitable figure, children. Draw the suitable figure and use BPT concept. So definitely you will get answer, that is 40 meter. So same kind of the questions we done it in our earlier videos, and in triangle chapter video also I have explained. So you can kindly follow those videos to get solution how to solve for this kind of the problems. Next, let us move on to the another one, children. So very nice question it is also. Volume of tanker formed by using a sphere. You may ask, in this problem, I mean in the given figure there is no sphere at all, but here they are talking about sphere. What is the logic behind this one? You understand. I'll explain you later. See, I read it question one more time, children. The volume of a tanker formed by using a sphere and a cylinder of volumes 100 centimeter cube. So 100 centimeter cube is the volume of a sphere and 200 centimeter cube is the volume of a cylinder. Now why they use the word sphere? Look at the figure properly. So here there is hemisphere and here there is another hemisphere. So if you make two hemispheres of same radii, will you get it a sphere? Do you get it or not? Hence they use the word here sphere. So these two hemispheres volume is 100 centimeter cube. Got it what I said? As you make these two hemisphere, you will get a sphere. So that sphere volume is 100 centimeter cube. In middle, which figure is left out now? So that is cylinder. Its volume is 200 centimeter square. Hence 100 centimeter cube you add to 200 centimeter cube. So you will get 300 centimeter cube, children. So not centimeter square, children. So centimeter cube you will get it. 300 centimeter cube. Let's see another problem. So same kind of the problems repeated in earlier question paper also, but there they asked the radius, but here they have asked diameter. So if the surface area of the sphere is 616 centimeter square, then the diameter is, diameter you cannot find directly, find the radius. So radius you will get it 7 centimeter. So radius 7 centimeter, hence diameter will be how much? That is 14 centimeter. Keep it in the mind, 14 centimeter. Radius you will get 7 centimeter, hence diameter is 14 centimeter. Option C is right. Which formula you wanted to use? Two formulas you wanted to use it here. The main formula is 4 pi r square. Use that formula to find radius. After finding the radius, diameter you wanted to find, diameter is equal to 2 times of the r. Hence correct option is C, that is 14 centimeter. Next, question number 38. The relation between slant height L, height h and the radii r1 and r2 of a frustum of a cone is, means slant height finding formula you wanted to write for this, children. So that is option B, L square is equal to S square plus r1 minus r2 whole square. Question number 39, children. The radius of cylinder of height 20 centimeter, means height of the cylinder is given, that is 20 centimeter, formed by melting a sphere of radius 15 centimeter, means conversion of object is taking place. So what they are making? They are making the cylinder, they are melting the sphere, means volume of cylinder is equals to volume of sphere finding formula you wanted to use. So radius is given, so substitute that radius in sphere finding formula, but radius of cylinder you wanted to find, that you call it as a capital R, and height is 20 centimeter is given. So how do you write the formula? Formula you wanted to write it as pi r square h, which is equals to 4 by 3 pi r cube. So any one object r value, write it as capital 1. Substitute the values and simplify, you will get it. The answer is 15 centimeter. So option D is right for this question. So next, question number 40, children. The ratio of heights of frustum of cones having same base 1:2. Then the ratio of their volumes. Understand problem clearly. There are two frustums and it having the same base, but their heights are not same. So one frustum height is 1, means another frustum is 2, means ratio is 1:2. Then what could be the ratio of their volumes? Keep it in the mind. Whenever base is same and height ratio is 1:2, in that case volume also will be in the same ratio, that is 1:2 only in the case of frustum. So for this the right answer is 1:2 only. Option A is right. Dear students, I hope you have understood answers of this question paper, and many more sets are there from this districts. Let me discuss those answers also in the upcoming classes. And Chamarajanagar district question papers, really they have done it in a very well manner, so definitely helps for you. So go through these questions and practice very well. Thank you, children.